Well, some plants just give you the feel that you're in another part of the world just by the way they grow and their foliage. And I'm going to continue my series on understory trees found in the Ohio Valley and Appalachians and Lower Great Lakes. And this is one that's in the mid-Ohio Valley and points south, and I haven't spent enough time in the Lower Great Lakes in the woods to know if it's there, but I don't recall seeing a lot of it in the central Appalachians and northward, but maybe in some of the warmer, lower elevation valleys of West Virginia and Kentucky. I'm sure it can be found. But I'm in Ohio here at the Antliet Davidson Nature Preserve in Clinton County, Ohio. And this Paw Paw tree is common in this part of the world, in the stream valleys and moist woods, even on hilltops. If they're moist woods that have good, well-drained clay soils that aren't too full of water. It cannot stand wet feet year-round, but it grows in well-drained, moist soils that have clay and silt and a lot of organic matter to hold the moisture. So we're looking up at the foliage of this. These are just beautiful trees. They make great photographs. If you can get underneath one, it just makes for a neat photo. And each leaf is 4 to 6 inches long and oblong with a point at the end. Some of these larger Paw Paw trees here have fruit, but it's a little bit out of sight. I will add to this series on the Paw Paw tree when I do find some fruits. Obviously, a lot of animals are after those fruits, and they are edible. They look like a small pear almost, and they're green. But these Paw Paw trees here, this one in front of me is just 6 or 7 feet high. And I wouldn't say it has a smooth bark, but it isn't furrowed either. It is kind of got a few little specks on it. And here's a larger Paw Paw tree, and it definitely has like some little specks on it. And they often do. And this is pretty large. This is a 4-inch diameter tree that's probably going up 25, 30 feet. We're in a kind of a moist valley here, underneath some sycamore trees and some tulip poplar trees. Just a small stream that flows through here. Here's another one right here, and this often occupies the understory in these moisture protected areas in this part of the country. It's a very common tree. Here's another one here. Again, the bark is not perfectly smooth. It's got these little dimples in it, like freckles almost, but it does not have furrows. A beech tree would have a similar color bark, but it would not be this dimpled. It would be a similar color, but much smoother. So that would be one tree you could confuse this with. And this is the Paw Paw tree, and I mentioned, it reminds you of other parts of the world because the family of this plant is actually a tropical family, and this is the most northern representative of that family. So, I haven't been to the tropics, but from all the things I've seen, you often have these big leaves like this, and this kind of gives you a tropical feel in the middle latitudes here.